Captain Marcus Thompson felt cold metal against his back as his eyes opened slowly. The world around him was dark and quiet. His body felt heavy, like he had been sleeping for a very long time. He tried to move his fingers and toes. They worked, but everything felt stiff. A soft blue light came on above him. He heard a gentle voice speak from somewhere in the darkness. "Captain Thompson, you are awake. Please remain still while I check your body," the voice said. It was Aria, the ship's computer. Marcus remembered her voice from long ago. "How long?" Marcus asked. His throat felt dry and his voice sounded rough. "You have been in sleep for 870,000 years, Captain," Aria replied. Marcus closed his eyes and took a deep breath. Nearly 1,000,000 years. He had known this day would come, but hearing it made his chest feel tight. Everyone he had ever known on Earth was gone. Dead for hundreds of thousands of years. "Are the others okay?" he asked. Dr. Amanda Rodriguez and Lieutenant Commander Tyler Brooks are waking up now. All crew members are healthy. Marcus sat up slowly. His legs felt weak, but he could stand. He looked around the medical bay. It was exactly as he remembered it. Clean white walls, soft lights, and the smell of recycled air. But something felt different. He walked to a small window and looked outside. Instead of empty black space with distant stars, he saw lights. Many lights. Ships were moving around in the darkness. Big ships, small ships, ships with strange shapes he had never seen before. "Aria, what are those ships?" "Unknown vessels, Captain. They appeared 3 days ago when our ship entered this star system. I believe they are waiting for us." Dr. Amanda Rodriguez walked into the room. She was a tall woman with dark hair and kind eyes. She looked confused and tired. "Marcus, what's happening? Aria told me we're not alone out here. I'm trying to figure that out too," Marcus said. He pointed to the window. "Look." Amanda walked over and gasped. "Those aren't human ships. The designs are all wrong. Too smooth, too bright." Tyler Brooks joined them. He was a big man with short blonde hair and careful eyes. He had been the ship's security chief before they went to sleep. He looked at the alien ships and his face became serious. "How many?" Tyler asked. "Aria says they showed up 3 days ago, probably watching us." Tyler nodded. "We need to wake up. More people. If these aliens are hostile, we'll need everyone." "We don't know if they're hostile," Amanda said. "Maybe they're friendly. Maybe they want to help us." "Maybe," Tyler said, "but I don't like taking chances with unknown aliens." Aria's voice filled the room again. "Captain, I am receiving a transmission from the alien vessels. They are trying to communicate with us." "Can you understand them?" Marcus asked. "Yes, Captain. They are using a standard galactic language. I have been learning it from their signals." Marcus felt surprised. "Galactic language? How many species are out there?" "According to their transmissions, there are 47 different species in this region of space. They are all part of something called the Galactic Concordance." Amanda and Tyler looked at each other with wide eyes. 47 species, Amanda whispered. "And they all work together?" "What do they want?" Marcus asked. "They want to know who we are and where we came from. They seem afraid of us." "Afraid?" Tyler laughed. "We're just one ship. Why would they be afraid?" "I do not know, Lieutenant Commander, but their messages contain many warnings about keeping distance from our vessel." Marcus walked to the communication panel. "Aria, can you translate for us? I want to talk to them." "Yes, Captain." Opening communication channel now. The speakers crackled, and then a strange voice spoke. It sounded like music mixed with wind chimes. "Unknown vessel, this is Commander Zale Thrin of the Zephyrian Patrol Fleet. You have entered concordant space without permission. Identify yourselves immediately." Marcus cleared his throat. "This is Captain Marcus Thompson of the human vessel, Endurance. We come in peace. We have been traveling through space for a very long time." There was a long silence. Then the alien voice returned, but it sounded shocked. "Did you say human? That is impossible. Humans are extinct. They destroyed themselves over 800,000 years ago. Amanda grabbed Marcus's arm. Extinct? They think we're extinct? Marcus pressed the communication button again. We are very much alive, Commander. We left Earth long ago to find a new home. Another long pause. When the alien spoke again, its voice was full of fear. You must remain where you are. Do not move your vessel. Do not launch any smaller ships. The Concordance Council must decide what to do with you. The communication ended with a sharp click. Tyler shook his head. I don't like this. They're treating us like criminals. They're scared, Amanda said. Think about it. They believe humans died out hundreds of thousands of years ago. Now we show up alive. That would be frightening. Marcus looked out the window again. More ships had arrived. They formed a large circle around the Endurance, but they kept their distance. Arya, how many ships are out there now? 234 vessels, Captain. More are arriving every hour. Are they armed? I cannot detect weapons on most of them. These appear to be civilian and scientific vessels, not military ships. Marcus felt a little better hearing that. If the aliens wanted to destroy them, they would have sent warships. What do we do now? Amanda asked. Marcus thought for a moment. We wait, we learn, and we try to convince them that we're not a threat. But are we? Tyler asked quietly. Marcus and Amanda looked at him. Are we a threat, Marcus? We're humans. We came from a world of war and violence. These aliens have been living in peace for hundreds of thousands of years. Maybe they're right to be afraid of us. Marcus didn't answer right away. He knew Tyler was asking an important question. Humans had always been fighters. Even on their best days, they could be dangerous. We'll have to prove we've changed, Marcus finally said. We'll show them that we can be peaceful too. Outside, the window, the alien ships continued to watch and wait. The galaxy had been quiet and safe for a very long time, but now the humans were awake, and everything was about to change. 3 days passed before the aliens agreed to talk face to face. Captain Marcus Thompson stood in the ship's main meeting room with Ambassador Kyle Harrison, Dr. Samantha Pierce, and Commander Brandon Walsh. They had all been awake for only a week, but they were the best people for this job. Kyle Harrison had been a diplomat on Earth before they left. He was good at talking to people and finding peaceful solutions. Dr. Samantha Pierce knew about history and old cultures. Commander Brandon Walsh was their best pilot and explorer. Remember, Marcus said to his team, we need to be very careful. These aliens have never met real humans before. Everything we do will be important. Arya's voice came through the speakers. Captain, the alien ship is approaching. They call themselves the Luminari. They appear to be made of light. Marcus raised his eyebrows. Made of light? Not exactly, Captain, but their bodies glow and change shape. They are very different from humans. The main screen turned on and showed the alien ship. It was beautiful, like a crystal floating in space. It glowed with soft blue and white light. It was nothing like human ships, which were built for strength and protection. No weapons, Brandon noticed. No armor either. It's like they built it only for beauty. That tells us something about them, Kyle said. They don't think about fighting or danger. A smaller ship left the Luminari vessel and came toward the Endurance. Marcus and his team went to the docking bay to meet their visitors. When the airlock opened, 3 beings floated inside. They did look like they were made of light. Their bodies glowed softly, and they had no solid shape. They moved like water, mixed with starlight. The leader spoke without moving what might have been a mouth. The words appeared directly in everyone's mind. I am First Speaker Vel Honor of the Luminari. We come to understand what you are. Kyle stepped forward and bowed, slightly. Welcome to our ship. I am Ambassador Kyle Harrison. We are grateful that you came to meet us. The Luminari seemed to study Kyle carefully. You consume other living things to survive. This is correct? Kyle looked confused. Yes, we eat food, plants and animals. That's how humans get energy. The 3 aliens moved backward quickly. Fear filled their mental voices. You kill to live. You are predators. Well, yes, but Kyle started to explain. And you fight each other. You have wars. We have seen this in your history. Dr. Samantha Pierce stepped forward. That's true, but we've changed. We learned to be better. That's why we left Earth. We wanted to find a peaceful new home. First speaker. Velanor's glow became darker. In our records, humans destroyed their homeworld in nuclear fire. All life on Earth ended. How do you still exist? We left before that happened, Marcus explained. We saw the danger coming and decided to escape. We've been traveling through space for almost 1,000,000 years. Impossible, another luminary said. No violent species survives that long. They always destroy themselves. This is the way of the universe. Brandon felt frustrated. Look, we're still here, aren't we? Doesn't that prove we learned to control ourselves? The luminari moved closer together and made sounds like wind chimes talking. Finally, first speaker Velanor addressed the humans again. We must study you. The Concordance Council needs to understand what you are and if you are dangerous. We're not dangerous, Kyle said. We just want to find a place to live in peace. All violent species say this, but violence is in your nature. You cannot change what you are. Dr. Pierce felt angry but tried to stay calm. That's not fair. You're judging us based on old information. We've spent nearly 1,000,000 years learning to be better. Have you? Velanor asked. Do you still have weapons on your ship? Marcus hesitated. The Endurance did have weapons. They needed them for protection during their long journey through space. Yes, we have some weapons, Marcus admitted, but only for defense. The luminary glowed brighter with alarm. You see? You are still violent. No member of the Concordance has carried weapons for 300,000 years. What do you do if something attacks you? Brandon asked. Nothing attacks. There is no violence in civilized space. We have evolved beyond such primitive behavior. Kyle tried a different approach. What if we prove to you that we've changed? What if we show you that we can be peaceful? How would you do this? Let us meet with other species. Let us show them who we really are. Give us a chance. The luminari talked among themselves for a long time. Their light bodies flickered and changed colors as they communicated. Very well, Velanor finally said. But you will be watched closely. Any sign of violence and you will be removed from this system. Removed how? Marcus asked. We have ways. The Concordance has protected peace for hundreds of thousands of years. We will not let one violent species destroy what we have built. After the luminary left, the human team sat in the meeting room feeling tired and worried. They really think we're monsters, Brandon said. Can you blame them? Dr. Pierce asked. From their point of view, we're the boogeyman, the violent species that everyone thought was dead. But we're not violent anymore, Kyle protested. Aren't we? Marcus asked quietly. We still have weapons. We still think about fighting when we're threatened. Maybe they're not completely wrong about us. So what do? Brandon asked. Marcus looked out the window at the alien ships surrounding them. There were even more now, hundreds of different designs from dozens of species. We prove them wrong, Marcus said. We show them that humans can change, that we can be trusted. And if we can't convince them? Kyle asked. Marcus didn't answer, but they all knew what he was thinking. If they couldn't convince the aliens that humans were peaceful, they might not survive their first week in the future. Arya's voice interrupted their thoughts. Captain, I am receiving reports from across this region of space. Word about humans being alive is spreading quickly. Many species are demanding that the Concordance Council take action against us. What kind of action? Dr. Pierce asked. They want us removed from the galaxy permanently, Doctor. The room became very quiet. Outside, more alien ships continued to arrive. The humans were badly outnumbered, and the galaxy was deciding their fate. We need a plan, Marcus said. And we need it soon. 2 weeks had passed since the first meeting with the Luminari. Captain Marcus Thompson stood on the bridge of the Endurance watching the alien ships that surrounded them. There were over 1,000 now, and they were getting closer each day. Colonel, Nathan Price walked up beside him. Nathan was a tall man with gray hair who had been the head of the ship's Marines before they went to sleep. His face looked worried. "Marcus, we have a problem," Nathan said quietly. "Area picked up some transmissions. Several alien species are planning to attack us." Marcus turned to look at him. "Attack? I thought these aliens were peaceful." "Most of them are. But there's a group called the Kythera. They're different from the others. They think we're too dangerous to live." Chief Engineer Lisa Murphy joined them on the bridge. She was a short woman with red hair and smart eyes. She had been working on the ship's systems since she woke up. "The Kythera ships are armed," Lisa said. "Not well, but they have weapons, old ones that most species forgot how to use." "How many Kythera ships?" Marcus asked. 57, Aria's voice answered from the speakers. "They are moving into attack position." Captain Ethan Carter came running onto the bridge. He was the leader of the ship's fighter pilots. His face was excited and scared at the same time. "Captain, the Kythera just attacked the trading station at Nexus Point. There are thousands of aliens on that station. Civilians." Marcus felt his blood turn cold. "How far away?" 6 hours at full speed, Ethan said. "Are any concordant ships?" "Helping them? No, sir. The peaceful species don't know how to fight, they're just watching it happen." Marcus closed his eyes and thought hard. The concordants had been peaceful for so long that they had forgotten how to protect themselves. But humans remembered. Humans had never forgotten. "Nathan, how many Marines do we have awake?" 200, sir. All ready for action." "Lisa, are weapons working?" "Yes, Captain, all systems are ready." "Ethan, how many fighters can you launch?" 24, sir. Pilots are standing by." Marcus looked at all of them. "If we help those aliens, we'll be showing the galaxy that humans are still warriors. They'll be more afraid of us than ever." "And if we don't help," Nathan said, "thousands of innocent people will die." Marcus nodded. "Exactly. Area. Open a channel to all ships in the area." "Channel open, Captain." Marcus spoke clearly and calmly. "This is Captain Marcus Thompson of the human vessel Endurance. We are going to help the people at Nexus Point. Any ship that wants to help us is welcome to come along." The communication channel filled with shocked alien voices. Some were angry, some were afraid, and some were confused. First speaker Velenor's voice came through the speakers. "Captain Thompson, you must not do this. Violence will only prove that humans are dangerous." "Velenor, those are innocent people dying. We can't just watch. The concordance will find a peaceful solution." "When? After everyone on that station is dead?" Marcus cut the communication and turned to his crew. "All right, people. Let's show them what humans can do." The Endurance moved away from the alien fleet and jumped to faster than light speed. The ship was old, but it was built for war. It could move faster and hit harder than any ship the galaxy had seen in hundreds of thousands of years. When they arrived at Nexus Point, the sight was terrible. The trading station was a huge structure made of metal and crystal. It was beautiful, but now it was burning. Kythera ships flew around it like angry insects, shooting at anything that moved. "Lisa, can you scan for life signs on the station?" Marcus asked. "Yes, Captain. I'm reading about 8,000 people still alive, but the numbers are dropping." "Ethan, launch all fighters. Keep the Kythera ships busy." "Yes, sir." 24 human fighters shot out of the Endurance like angry hornets. They moved in perfect formation, each pilot knowing exactly what to do. The Kythera had never seen flying like this. "Nathan, prepare the Marines for boarding action. We need to get people off that station." "Already on it, Captain." The human fighters reached the Kythera ships and the battle began. But it wasn't really a battle, it was a lesson. The Kythera had weapons, but they didn't know how to use them well. They had never fought anyone who fought back. The human pilots flew circles around the Kythera ships. They disabled weapons without destroying the ships. They protected the rescue shuttles that were heading to the station. "Incredible," Lisa whispered as she watched the tactical display. "Our pilots are making it look easy." "It is easy," Marcus said. "These aliens have forgotten how to fight. We never did." The Marines reached the station and began evacuating civilians. They moved through the burning corridors like they were built for this kind of work, because they were. Colonel Price's voice came over the radio. "Station is secure, Captain. We're getting everyone out." "Any casualties?" "3 Marines with minor injuries. No deaths." Marcus felt proud and sad at the same time. Proud of his people, but sad that they were so good at violence. In less than 2 hours, the rescue was complete. 8,000 alien civilians were safe on human ships. The Cathara fleet was disabled but not destroyed. Not one person had died in the fighting. "Captain," Arya said, "I am receiving thousands of transmissions from across the galaxy. Everyone is talking about what we just did." "What are they saying?" "Many different things. Some are grateful, some are more afraid than before. But all of them are surprised." Marcus looked at the tactical display. The human fighters were returning to the ship in perfect formation. The Marines were helping injured aliens in the medical bay. The engineers were fixing the rescued ships. "They're surprised because we saved people instead of killing them," Marcus said. "Yes, Captain. Many species did not think humans were capable of such control." First speaker Velenor's voice came through the speakers. "Captain Thompson, the Concordance Council wishes to speak with you." "Of course they do," Marcus said. "Arya, tell them we'll be right there." Marcus turned to his crew. "Well, we've shown them what humans can do. Now we have to convince them that we're not the monsters they think we are." "Do you think they'll listen?" Nathan asked. Marcus looked out at the alien ships that were once again surrounding them. But this time they kept a respectful distance. "They'll listen," Marcus said. "Because now they know we could have destroyed that station and everyone on it. But we chose to save them instead. That's the most human thing we could have done." 1 month after the rescue at Nexus Point, Dr. Gregory Newman was working in his laboratory when Arya's voice filled the room. "Dr. Newman, I am detecting signals from other human ships. They are waking up." Gregory looked up from his microscope. He was a thin man with kind eyes who studied how living things changed over time. "How many ships, Arya?" 47 ships so far, Doctor. They are spread across the galaxy. More are waking up every day." Gregory felt excited and worried at the same time. "Have you told Captain Thompson?" "Yes, Doctor. He is very pleased." In the meeting room, Captain Marcus Thompson sat with his senior officers. Admiral Victoria Stone had just been awakened to help command the growing human fleet. She was a strong woman with silver hair and sharp eyes. "So we're not alone anymore," Victoria said. "How are the aliens reacting to more humans showing up?" "They're scared," Marcus replied. "The Concordance thought we were just one lost ship. Now they realize that thousands of humans are still alive." Professor Rachel Martinez entered the room. She was a smart woman who studied the history of different species. She had been reading the Concordance records for weeks. "I've made some interesting discoveries," Rachel said. "The galaxy has been peaceful for so long that most species have forgotten how to handle danger." "What kind of danger?" Admiral Stone asked. "Any kind. They don't have armies or police. They don't have emergency plans. When something bad happens, they just call meetings and hope the problem goes away." Dr. Newman joined them, carrying a data pad. "I've been studying how different species evolved. Every single concordant species chose the same path. They became peaceful by giving up their ability to fight." "That sounds good," Marcus said. "It is good, most of the time. But evolution is about survival. We humans kept our fighting skills because Earth was dangerous. These aliens gave up their fighting skills because their worlds were safe." "So what happens when they face real danger?" Victoria asked. Before anyone could answer, alarms started ringing throughout the ship. Arya's voice came through the speakers, but she sounded different. "Worried. Captain, I am detecting massive energy signatures at the edge of the galaxy. Something very large is approaching." They all ran to the bridge. The main screen showed a view of deep space, but something was wrong. The stars were disappearing. "What are we looking at?" Marcus asked. "Unknown objects, Captain. They are very large, and they are moving toward inhabited systems." Chief Engineer Lisa Murphy ran onto the bridge. Captain, I'm reading energy patterns I've never seen before. Whatever those things are, they're not alive. Machines? Victoria asked. Yes, Admiral. Very old machines, and they're moving toward the Zephyrian homeworld. Marcus felt cold. How long until they arrive? 6 hours, Captain. Contact the Concordance fleet. Tell them what we're seeing. I have been trying, Captain. They do not believe me. They think our sensors are broken. Professor Martinez was reading data on her screen. Her face went pale. Marcus, I found something in the old records. There are stories about machines like this. The early concordant species called them harvesters. Harvesters? They were built by a species that died out millions of years ago. The machines were supposed to collect resources and send them back to their creators. But the creators died, so the machines kept working. Working at what? Harvesting entire worlds, taking everything useful and leaving nothing behind. The bridge became very quiet. Everyone understood what this meant. The machines have been sleeping somewhere in deep space, Rachel continued. But something woke them up. Our arrival, Dr. Newman said quietly. We're the first new technology they've detected in hundreds of thousands of years. We woke them up. Admiral Stone stood up. How many machines are there? I'm detecting 12 large vessels, Admiral, Aria replied. Each one is bigger than a city. And the concordant species can't fight them? No, Admiral. They have no experience with warfare. Their ships are not armed. Their people do not know how to fight. Marcus looked at his officers. How many human ships are awake now? 63, Captain, more coming online every hour. Are they all armed? Yes, Captain. Every human ship was built for the long journey through dangerous space. They all have weapons and trained crews. Victoria smiled grimly. So we're the only ones in the galaxy who can fight these machines. It looks that way, Marcus said. The communication system buzzed. First speaker Velenor's voice came through, but now it sounded desperate instead of proud. Captain Thompson, we need your help. The machines have reached Zephyria. They are destroying everything. Our ships cannot stop them. Marcus looked at his crew. What do you think? Should we help them? They wanted to kick us out of the galaxy a month ago, Colonel Price said. But they're innocent people, Dr. Rodriguez added. They don't deserve to die. If we help them, we'll be fighting a war, Admiral Stone said. A real war against an enemy that wants to destroy everything. Are we ready for that? Marcus thought about all the species in the galaxy. The beautiful luminari who were made of light. The curious Zephyrians who loved to explore. The peaceful traders who had never hurt anyone. We didn't come to this time to be conquerors, Marcus said. We came to find a home, but sometimes to have a home you have to protect it. He turned to Aria. Send a message to all human ships. Tell them to prepare for battle. Yes, Captain. And send a message to the Concordants. Tell them that humanity accepts the job of protecting the galaxy. What job, Captain? Velenor's voice asked. Marcus smiled sadly. The job you've been too peaceful to do. We'll be your guardians. We'll fight so you don't have to. But you are violent. You are dangerous. Yes, we are. And right now, that's exactly what the galaxy needs. The human ships began moving toward the harvester machines. For the first time in hundreds of thousands of years, the galaxy was going to war. But this time, the warriors were fighting to protect peace, not destroy it. As the Endurance jumped to faster than light speed, Marcus realized that humanity had found their purpose in this strange new time. They weren't the monsters the aliens feared. They were the guardians the galaxy needed. Fleet Admiral Connor Hayes stood on the bridge of his flagship, watching the biggest space battle in hundreds of thousands of years. Around him, 96 human ships fought against 12 massive harvester machines. Connor was an older man with gray hair and calm eyes. He had been a fleet commander on Earth before the long sleep. Now he was leading humanity's first war in the future. Admiral, the harvesters are targeting the civilian evacuation ships, reported Dr. Maya Washington. She was a smart woman who helped plan the battle strategy. "Commander Bennett, take your special forces and protect those ships," Connor ordered. "Commander." Joshua Bennett nodded. He was a tough man who led the most skilled human fighters. "Yes, sir. We won't let them through." The battle had been going on for 6 hours. The harvester machines were huge and powerful, but they were also very old. They moved slowly and their weapons took time to charge. The human ships were smaller and faster, dancing around the giant machines like insects around elephants. "Admiral, the Luminari evacuation fleet is under attack," Arya reported from the communication system. Connor looked at the battle display. 3 harvester machines were chasing a group of beautiful crystal ships filled with glowing aliens. The Luminari ships had no weapons and no armor. They would be destroyed in minutes. "All ships, this is Admiral Hayes. Protect the Luminari fleet. Show them what humans fight for." 20 human ships broke away from the main battle and flew toward the endangered aliens. Captain Marcus Thompson led the group in the Endurance. "Lisa, give me everything the engines have," Marcus said to his chief engineer. "Engines at full power, Captain," Lisa replied. The human ships reached the Luminari just as the harvester weapons were charging. Marcus made a quick decision. "All ships, form a shield wall. Put yourselves between the harvesters and the civilians." The human ships moved into position, their armor and shields facing the enemy. When the harvester weapons fired, the humans took the full blast. Several ships were damaged, but none were destroyed. The Luminari fleet escaped safely. "First speaker," Velenor's voice came through the radio, filled with amazement. "Captain Thompson, you risked your lives for us. Why?" "Because that's what Guardians do," Marcus replied simply. Across the galaxy, other human fleets were fighting similar battles. Commander Brandon Walsh led a group of fast ships that rescued trapped miners from an asteroid field. Colonel Nathan Price's Marines boarded harvester machines to destroy them from the inside. The aliens watched in wonder as humans did things they had forgotten were possible. The humans fought with courage and skill, but they also showed mercy. When harvester machines were defeated, the humans made sure no alien civilians were hurt by the falling debris. "Admiral," Dr. Washington said, "we're getting reports from across the galaxy. Human ships are winning everywhere." "Casualties?" Connor asked. "Light, sir. The humans know how to fight, but the harvesters are predictable. They're following programs that are millions of years old. And the alien civilians? All safe, Admiral. The human captains are putting civilian protection above everything else." Connor felt proud of his people. They were warriors, but they were good warriors. The main battle reached its climax when the largest harvester machine targeted the Concordance Council station. Millions of aliens from dozens of species lived and worked there. If it was destroyed, the galactic government would collapse. "All ships, concentrate fire on the lead harvester," Connor ordered. "We end this now." 90 human ships turned toward the massive machine. It was the size of a small moon, covered with weapons and armor that had protected it for millions of years. But it had never faced an enemy like humanity. The humans attacked from all sides at once. Some ships distracted the harvesters' weapons, while others slipped close to attack weak points. Dr. Washington had studied the machines and found their vulnerabilities. "Target the power cores," she told the fleet. 3 simultaneous hits should shut it down. Captain Ethan Carter led the attack run. His fighter squadron dove toward the harvester machine like falling stars. Behind them, heavy ships provided covering fire. "This is for everyone who wants to live in peace," Ethan said as he fired his weapons. The harvester machine's power core exploded in a brilliant flash of light. The giant machine went dark and began to drift in space, powerless and harmless. Across the galaxy, the last harvester machines were being defeated. The ancient threat that had slept for millions of years was finally ended. "Admiral, all harvester machines have been destroyed or disabled," Arya reported. "The galaxy is safe." Connor sat down in his command chair, feeling tired but satisfied. "Send a message to all human ships. Well done. Send another message to the Concordance Council. The job is finished." A few hours later, Connor met with the Concordance leaders on their space station. The meeting room was filled with aliens of many different species. They all looked at the humans with new eyes. First speaker Velanor spoke for all of them. Admiral Hayes, we owe you an apology. We thought humans were dangerous monsters. We were wrong. You weren't completely wrong, Connor said honestly. We are dangerous, but we choose how to use that danger. We understand that now, said a Zephyrian representative. You could have conquered us easily. Instead, you saved us. A traitor from the outer world stood up. The Concordance Council has made a decision. We want to offer humanity a permanent place in our government. Not as members, Velanor added quickly. As protectors, we will handle trade, science, and diplomacy. You will handle defense and security. Connor looked at the alien leaders. You're asking us to be the galaxy's police force. We're asking you to be what you already are, a luminary said. Guardians, protectors of peace. Connor thought about it carefully. What if we disagree with the Council's decisions? Then we will listen to your concerns, Velanor said. A guardian's wisdom is important. You understand dangers that we do not. And if another threat appears, then you will face it and we will support you in every way we can. Connor nodded slowly. I'll need to discuss this with the other human commanders, but I think I can speak for all of us when I say yes. We accept the responsibility. The meeting ended with ceremonies and celebrations. For the first time in nearly 1,000,000 years, humans and aliens worked together as friends. Later, Connor stood in an observation deck looking out at the stars. Captain Thompson joined him. Do you think we made the right choice? Marcus asked. I think we made the only choice, Connor replied. We came to the future looking for a home. It turns out our home is protecting everyone else's homes. The other species will never be warriors like us. Good. The galaxy needs both kinds of people. Warriors and peacekeepers, scientists and soldiers. We all have our place. Marcus smiled. I never thought I'd see the day when humans were the good guys in space. We always could have been the good guys, Connor said. We just needed something worth protecting. Outside the window, human and alien ships flew together in formation. The galaxy was safe, and humanity had found its purpose among the stars. They were no longer the feared monsters from an ancient world. They were the guardians of a peaceful future.